So life was looking up, getting situated, ready to go out to that college and get started. You go out there to enroll, and the first thing you find out is there are a lot of veterans going to college, and that they had a Mr. Hargraves, that he handled the registration of veterans to help you get squared away and have a good experience, get lined up for that GI Bill payment that helped you pay your tuition and go to college. He also was a guy who said, and I imagine you're needing to earn a little extra money. Yes, sir. Well, he said, check in and out there. I keep a bulletin board, and if there's jobs, I like to get them to you vets. You could appreciate that as a vet right away. He also got you lined up to where the reserve meetings were, when they were, where you went, what time you should be there, so that you got yourself enrolled in that program and had that little bit of income coming in. Well, I'd played a lot of basketball in the service, pickup games, and then I'd played on a team, and I developed a rather unorthodox shot that you could get off even against these teams that played these tight zones or tight man-to-man coverage. And at that time, and I don't think anybody uses it anymore, but at that time a weave was considered the in thing, the new thing, the good thing to do on offense. And what that amounted to is two men, the center and one of your big forwards, they moved around inside and close to the post, or close to the goal, and one of them, the center, was what you call the postman. But as you did that weave, you kept looking for the chance for somebody to cut through with a pass to one of those two men, and then cut through, so that all of a sudden you have a threesome penetrating towards that goal, and the fourth one was to go on in about the free throw line for rebounds, and you or somebody was to stay back so they didn't get any fast breaks on you. Well, as I would come from the right-hand corner, when you're looking at the goal, on that weave and come back out, one of the guys would set up on the very lip, dead center for the goal, as a screen, and as they would pass that ball to me, I would just flip it. And dang, I got to where I could hit that thing about, some days I'd be hot and get 2 out of 3. Sometimes couldn't hit one if it stood on top of it, but I had a pretty good percentage. Well, our coach, I don't think was much of a basketball coach, and he sure wasn't up to date on that sort of thing. He took one look at that shot and said, hey, don't do that anymore. I should have stayed with it until he saw that, wait a minute, that guy can put some points on the board with that thing, and you can't guard it. But, coach is a coach, so I didn't use it anymore. And that's where my chance to be on the first team, I think, went down the drain. But boy, oh boy, did I get to play a lot on the B team. So that it was, I had a great time being on the squad. We had one big man, Bob Wiley. In a day and time when big men weren't generally thought to be able to play basketball, too big, too slow, too clumsy, not skillful enough. And it was a joke that any two of us, that Bob Wiley could choose whoever he wanted to of the whole bunch of us that were out for basketball, and that any two of us, B team or A team, playing against Bob and that person 2-on-2, we'd beat him. But Bob played a lot, and guys my size and newness didn't play at all on the A string. Played a lot on that B string. Didn't have any big guy like that on the B team. Well, enough on that basketball for right now, although I do want to say for sure that one pair of brothers on that team were the Strain brothers, Joe and Jack from Denver, Colorado area. And later in Colorado, when I was reading about coaches with the best coaching records, not only our coach from Alamosa, Colorado, but I think it was Joe Strain, one of those Strain boys, was one of the all-time winningest coaches in Colorado, come out of our little Phillips University team. How about that?